start a war. Any reaction to President Lula?
President Biden, do you have a response to House Republicans who say 9 of your family members got money from overseas?
Now, how much longer can Joe and his White House ignore questions like that, especially given what we've just learned about the Biden family crime organization? Now, courtesy of documents reviewed by the Oversight Committee, they've identified 6 additional members of Biden's family who may have benefited from the family's businesses, bringing the total number of those involved or benefiting to 9. Joining us now is House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer. Congressman, I guess the question now becomes, was there any Biden family member not benefiting? Maybe that dog that, Biden tripped over that time, his family pet? I mean,
well, the way they've set up so many LLCs and so many bank accounts, I wouldn't count the dog out. I mean, we just haven't gotten to the dog yet. Right now, we're at 9 and counting, and it's just, it's worse than what we thought. We've made a lot of progress in 100 days. We've been able to get 6 different banks through subpoena, bank records on specific accounts. But what we've learned from our most recent trips to the Treasury is there are a lot more Biden family members involved. There are a lot more LLCs that were laundering money or at the very least hiding the source of the deposits that were coming from our adversaries around the world. And, there are a lot more bank accounts than what we first thought.
So what do we know about the bank accounts and the connection to these foreign countries specifically?
Well, the banks were very suspicious of where the wires were coming from. And they weren't just from China. They were from other countries, and we'll go into more specifics hopefully next week about that. But with respect to China, the banks were concerned that these LLCs sprang up and they had no revenue, and then all of a sudden a $3 million wire or a $1 million wire popped up from some company in China, and they feared that these were state-owned entities, which means they were directly funded from the Chinese Communist Party. They weren't legitimate businesses. So the banks knew that something fishy was going on, and then they knew the recipients of these wires from China and other countries were the Biden family. So they were politically exposed persons, is what it's called in a bank, a PEP, a politically exposed person. If you're a relative of a high-ranking government official, you're a politically exposed person. And then if you're getting wires from countries that are on our watch list or countries that we have sanctions against, then you're going to get a lot of bank violations. And what we learned is a lot of Bidens have gotten a lot of bank violations, more than what we first would have estimated.
Well, Congressman, were you surprised that Hunter Biden ended up accompanying President Biden to Ireland for the big tour of Ireland they recently did? It's almost like they're back on the gravy train again. Like, get it while the getting's good. At least burnishing his reputation.
Because yeah, the president knew when he went to Ireland that my staff was already granted access to Treasury to those bank violations. They had to know that we were going to uncover that there were even more Biden family members involved in this influence peddling scheme. They had to know that we were going to discover new bank accounts and new LLCs that we never before knew about because they never before been reported. So the fact that they were so blatant and so arrogant and bold to go and parade Hunter Biden around on the international stage, it's just another smack in the face to any American who cares anything about public corruption.
Congressman, we're going to be following this. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.